Now I'm going to ask you, the viewer, a quick question. Have you noticed how many people are leaving Fortnite, whether those be the casual fans or even the pro players? Players like Ninja have stopped exclusively playing Fortnite and have now moved on to other games, instead of just exclusively playing Fortnite, which is where they gained most of their fandom. And a quick interruption, before I start the rest of this video, I'd like to say that I've noticed that 99.6% of my viewer base are not subscribed, so if you do enjoy this video and you'd like to see more content like this from me, then please consider subscribing. And with that out of the way, let's continue on with the video. With these streamers and YouTubers changing their preferred game, the community is getting a bit scared if the game is still as popular as it once was, and in some ways yes, and others no. Now more than ever, there are so many more people playing video games and watching live streams and watching YouTube videos, especially due to the pandemic that the world is currently in, and a pandemic that I cannot name properly, otherwise this video may be taken down. And due to this pandemic, games are trying any and everything to get their player base playing the game, because now people have so much more time to play. Fortnite has been very known for doing its events. We had the rocket that caused the rift in the sky, we also had the black hole event, and even now we're having music concerts such as with Marshmello and most recently Travis Scott. And therefore we can see that Epic Games are trying to keep their player base involved in the atmosphere of Fortnite, but some people aren't seeing it that way. Some are seeing it as Fortnite trying to keep its player base in the palm of their hands, trying to keep them playing the game no matter what, because they feel like Fortnite is dying, and that is certainly a term that gets thrown around a lot in the Battle Royale genre, and most notably with Fortnite. I feel like so many people who dislike the game just want the game to be finished because it's flooding their YouTube homepages or their Twitch pages, and they just want the game to disappear. And so there are so many different opinions on this topic, and for me personally, I feel like Fortnite isn't really going anywhere. I feel like its community is sort of set in stone as of now for the foreseeable future, but I feel like the community is certainly going to be quieter than it has ever been, due to so many people leaving Fortnite to play Valorant or CSGO or Apex Legends. And so the community is quieter, but certainly still there. For me personally, the glory days of Fortnite were in Season 2. Season 2 is where I had most of my fun playing Fortnite, not trying to go for wins, but trying to have a good time. And at that point in time, there were features like the double pump that was so overpowered in the game's meta, but then were later nerfed / removed from the community. When I say removed, I don't mean literally removed, but they nerfed it so much that people just stopped using it. And when Season 3 dropped, people felt like Fortnite was changing, and it was changing and evolving, and it still is even today. And evolution in a game isn't bad. It means that the game is trying to stay relevant on multiple platforms, and having a continuously changing game meta means that people don't always get the same experience the next time they play, and therefore they have to learn and change their tactics when trying to go for that victory royale. And it is these changes and tweaks that sometimes cause uproar in the community of Fortnite. The community never really know what to make of new mechanics, and then some streamer or YouTuber will complain about it, and then a few weeks down the line they'll love it because somehow it makes them better at the game. So it's sort of a vicious cycle with these constantly changing updates to Fortnite's meta that can sort of be a double-edged sword. Now, one of the main reasons you probably clicked on this video is because you saw the title or the thumbnail and you were curious or gonna throw hate in the comments because of the topic that I'm doing, and so let's actually move on to that portion of the video. And from Fortnite's initial release, you can see that there was quite a steep incline for Fortnite searches on Google, and progressively over time, that search term for Fortnite started to dwindle lower and lower, and progressively when we got to the Black Hole event, there was a massive spike in Fortnite searches, and then it went straight back down, and now it's on its steady incline back up. And you can also see this reflected in Twitch's viewership for Fortnite. I'm using twitchtracker.com to get all of my information for this video on the Twitch side of things. So, as you can see, from June 2019, it had a very big decrease in viewership, and progressively as we've hit February, it started to incline once more. And from April 2020, we've had the highest peak for Fortnite viewership in the past 6 months, surpassing over 1 million viewers. Now, these new viewers I feel like are going to be younger viewers, and the older Twitch streamers are now passing the torch to a new generation of Twitch streamers and YouTubers that revolve their channels around Fortnite. And some YouTube channels even moved their content, which was on one game, to Fortnite, specifically the COD Zombies community, which I follow quite vigorously, and YouTubers like The Smith Plays moved from COD Zombies to Fortnite at a time where Call of Duty just wasn't raking in the views and wasn't as interesting to the COD Zombies community, and therefore some YouTubers just had to move over to different games just to keep their channels going. And I'm not trying to hate on The Smith Plays here, I'm just saying what actually happened. He did move to Fortnite and has now moved back to Call of Duty Zombies now that there is speculation about the next Call of Duty. I certainly feel like the new generation of the Fortnite community certainly isn't as loud as what the older generation of the Fortnite community were. And just because the big players in the Fortnite community aren't exclusively playing Fortnite anymore, doesn't mean that the community for Fortnite is completely gone as soon as these Twitch streamers and YouTubers move to other games. And in fact, I feel like the community is sort of set in stone, as I said previously, as of now. And the community right now is roughly as big as it was in April of 2018, which was very high in its viewership and searches, so the community is staying exactly where it is, even though the community might not be as loud and as potent in the community as what it once was. And even now, I'm not seeing Fortnite videos flooding my YouTube homepage and explore page, which is quite strange to see how the community has sort of quietened down, as I've said previously. So, no, in my opinion, Fortnite is not dying as so many people say in so many videos and Twitch streams and everything like that. I feel like it's going to consistently stay where it is, much like the Minecraft community and even the Grand Theft Auto 5 and League of Legends community. They are staying exactly where they are because people still do enjoy Fortnite and those other games. And you've got to think there are not many games at all that have specific events that sell out entire arenas revolving around their games and competitions in those games. And even though Fortnite popularized the Battle Pass, that's been quite good for the gaming community, and other people don't really realize that. With games like Modern Warfare that adopt the Battle Pass monetization model, it paves the way for free DLC to all players, in a franchise where originally you'd pay up to £30 to £40 for a season pass. So it's sort of a hidden benefit of the new monetization form, and some people don't really realise that. Fortnite has an amazing player base of dedicated players who try and go pro or just play it for a casual bit of fun with their friends. So, no, Fortnite is not dying, and as I've said before, I don't really feel like it will anytime soon. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, then subscribe and turn on that notification button so you don't miss another upload from me. So thank you and goodbye.